time once again for a, whoops, I gotta watch this, Kelly's pregnancy video for Lisa. See, look at this. I don't look too bad from this angle. Then you turn, and there it is, the big old baby bump. I'm almost 30 weeks right now, and I can't remember what I put in the last video. I should have watched that before I did this one. I'll tell you the new symptoms. I had some heartburn. It's mostly just in like the back of my throat. It kind of feels raw, so I have some milk, and that usually, fixes it. Acne, like all along my chin and behind my ears and around my hairline, just little bumps, and pardon me for the flashing there. Just all across my chest and in my cleavage. Really fun. What else? Oh, every tiny little light colored hair on my body decided to just grow twice as long and stick straight out. So I have documented this. I have photos. I tried to get photos of my belly because they're just just pop. John says I look like a peach because I'm fuzzy. It's getting harder to get up out of bed to go and pee in the middle of the night. I'm going pee about every 2 hours. And usually I'm pretty good about being able to get back to sleep, which is good. It's really hard not to sleep on my back. You're not supposed to because it can cut off the blood supply to you. It can I don't know, sit on some veins or something like that. So technically you're supposed to sleep on your left side, but side sleeping, it's hard to do all night long, so it's okay to go back and forth. I do find though, if I'm laying in bed, just not asleep, if I'm on my tummy, that he moves more. And he's been, it was cute when we first started moving because it's like, oh, it's a little flutter, I can feel it. Now he's getting big enough that I'm like, oh, he's gonna get big enough to start doing some damage here pretty quick. And he usually has been sitting, I guess what's called breech, and the reason I know that is because, for one thing, I know he's not doing the splits, and he kicks and punches on either side at the same time. He's like my little kickboxer. However, this last week, he decided to do, I'm going to call it a practice position. He decided to go head down, and I had a lot of pressure right at the top of my pelvic bone, and then I have never felt him kick above my belly button, and he kicked me right up here. Didn't really hurt, but I was like, okay, so you've moved into this position instead of this position. He's back to this. I think he likes it, makes him comfortable, whatever. But he's got 10 weeks or so. Well, they probably want to get him to get into position sooner because you want him head down and you want him facing the spine instead of facing out or sideways. Still just do not have much of an appetite. Also, the bigger he gets, the smaller your stomach gets. So I'm having to, I can't eat a full meal anymore. And, sometimes I'll forget to eat, and it's like, I'm starving my poor baby. But yeah, and he what else does he do? Did I tell you about the cat? This is probably back at 20 weeks. I had accidentally rolled onto my back, and the cat tends to launch herself up onto the bed, and she threw herself up here, and she landed right on my tummy and did a 1-2 punch right under the belly button. And he freaked out for a good 5 minutes. And I mean, full on 5 minutes, rolling, twisting, punching, whatever. I'm sure she just woke the poor guy up. So Zoe has, I'll say, launched the first attack. Preemptive strike. I tell you, pregnancy brain, that's another symptom. Okay. I put napkins in the freezer, and I tried to sit down and go pee with my underwear still on. It's this, the whole, it is pregnancy brain. It's just, that's what it is. You just do stupid stuff. And then there's also the the balance issues, because technically your center of gravity is moving upwards, so you don't really know what's going on. And last Wednesday, I took a little tumble down the stairs. I missed the last step on our concrete stairs, and it flipped my foot forward, and so my knees buckled, and I just kind of landed like knee and shin first right on the concrete. Also, I was wearing flip-flops, and I was carrying 4 large packages down to the car for the post office. So John was there. He gave me quite the tongue lashing, telling me I'm way too independent. And all right, John, well then you need to start taking out the garbage, and you got to carry everything up and down the stairs, and like that's gonna happen. Anyway, yeah, we're almost 75% done, and I've been on these pregnancy apps on my phone and talking to people and stuff and having big debates about abortion. And it's like, really, you're gonna come onto an app about pregnant women and you're gonna start whining about how emotionally damaged you are because you had an abortion, and you're not gonna expect people to, you know, give you their opinion on your situation. I don't know, these teenage girls are kind of crazy. My latest pregnancy obsession is cloth diapering. One of the pregnancy apps had a forum that was about cloth diapering, and I hadn't really thought about it, but I don't know. It's a lot different than when we were kids, because, you know, you usually had those like square things that we had like in 3 panels, are called pre-folds, and then we had the plastic pants and the diapers, and oh my gosh, they are so much cuter nowadays because they've got like this waterproof fabric that comes in different colors and prints, and I can sew them. I bought a bunch of supplies and I'm going to make on my own, and okay, I'm going to have to change hands here. Ooh. You know, for $300, I can put him in cloth diapers for 2 years. And if you were going to buy disposable diapers for that amount of time, you're going to spend anywhere from $1,500 to $2,000. I don't have that kind of money, and I won't have that kind of money. So it doesn't make sense to do anything else. Also, I don't pay extra for water. So why wouldn't I just do a couple extra loads of laundry a day and, you know, not put any weird chemicals next to my baby? I have to admit, there's this term that's used it's called being a crunchy mom, as in granola, and you're one of those kind of hippie kind of people. Crunchy moms tends to be the ones that homeschool and breastfeed and do cloth diapers and do all natural homemade cleaners, and I gotta admit, farther along I get, the crunchier I am. I'm turning you a hippie! Yeah, so, anyway, I'm trying to think if there's anything else. I've been like, oh, I need to go do that video for Lisa. Oh yeah, I haven't done a video for Lisa in a long time. Oh, well, it doesn't take long. Just go into the bathroom and start talking. Okay, well, finally got it done today. Also, this is how far my cloth diapering obsession has gone. This last weekend, I spent 2 days outside under a canopy. I ran a booth on the various, because there's several different ways to do cloth diapers now. They can be complicated. I actually ran a booth where I had this big ugly baby doll, and I had all my, sample diapers that I'd gotten off of eBay, and I ran a booth on demonstrating how new cloth diapers went. And it was at one of those, prepper rallies. Those doomsday crazy people like I am now. Anyway, it was fun. I got sunburned, and John was very, very unhappy about that. I mean, it's just a sunburn. I'll get over it eventually. He's an odd boy. Anyway, if I have anything else to say, I'll write it down next time and actually use notes. Otherwise, there you go.